Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today we have a fast food collab. This collaboration was hosted by the nail Jeanie SC. She asked me if I wanted to join, and I said yes, and then I got really sick and I was like, okay. So I literally recorded this video yesterday and throughout the week actually I tried to record, and but here I'm just showing you everything that I'm going to be using in today's set. And so I'm going to use those 3D gels that I got off Amazon. They're linked down below. I really like the quality of them. You get a wide variety of colors. I'm going to be using 4 colors from Melody Susie. And then, of course, these silicone tools to help me mold the 3D nail arts. So I chose to do Panda Express nails because I don't care where I'm at or what I'm doing. If anybody says, do you want to go on a Panda Express date? Like, I am going. I enjoy fast food. I actually like fast food from everywhere. But Chinese food is my consistent, like, even if it isn't Panda Express, I still enjoy Chinese food. So that's why I chose Panda Express today. And on top of that, my kids love it as well. It is a place that we frequent. And of course, we have to go with our orange chicken and things like that. So in today's set, I tried to do everything that I love from this place and include it. But here, at first, I'm just showing you how opaque these Melody Susie gel polishes are. They're literally one coat coverage. And in the middle 3 nails, I wanted to use the tiramisu color and do some Frenchies. And then on the thumb and the ring finger, I just didn't want it to be all red. And the tiramisu in this case was kind of giving me like cup holder vibes, like the color, you know, like when and they ask if you want a cup holder and things like that. Those little, they're cardboard cup holders. And so I was like, why not throw in that color just to mix it up a little bit and do some Frenchies, and then use those as my primary nails to do nail art with. So I started off trying to make this little plate, and I ended up carrying the plate to my palette. So thankfully that nail art palette was really affordable because I had to throw it away. And I actually ended up stabbing my thumb with my tweezers trying to get it off. And they literally went through my left thumb, and I had to like rip them out of my skin. Yeah, that was cool. It like bent once it got inside, or like once it hit my tissue. And then I had to like, so it wouldn't just come like straight out. And I was like, oh man, it took me everything not to just scream my head off. But I ended up getting out the tweezers out of my thumb. And I actually didn't bleed a lot, but yeah, it was crazy. Like, it hurt really bad yesterday, and then today it's okay. Because I did that on Friday, but oh my gosh, I am a hot mess. Yeah. So then, now I decided, okay, so I'm doing the to-go box, and I was like, you know, I can't, it wasn't solid enough. The 3D gel was not solid enough to do the outside or do the perimeter of the box. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to do the middle. So I just rolled it out to the thickness that I want and split it up. You know, obviously put it on the nail, how you would split up the to-go box. And then I just kind of feathered out the edges with my silicone tool to make it look like those little bumps like in the middle to hold your food. And then next I did the crab rangoon. So I knew this was going to take me a while, but one of my favorite appetizers from Panda Express is crab rangoons. And they always come in a set of 3. So I decided to be ambitious and do 3. I wasn't really happy with my first one, and we'll cover that up. You'll see that in a second. I'll show you how we'll do that, of course, but I wasn't too satisfied with it. So with the second one, I'm really glad that I was able to catch this on camera, and it ended up being like turning out really good. So because the third one, I also struggled, and oh man, I did so much off camera, but I wanted you guys to get a glimpse of this and that and kind of like how I did everything, because I really did a lot on these nails, even though it didn't take me super long. Yeah, I'll explain that a little bit more as we go as well. So I kept dropping these little balls. So what I did was I took this off white color and I cured like 5 or 6 of these little balls, just in case. Like you can see I keep dropping them, even though I only did 3. So yeah, 3 crab rangoons. I cured a lot of these little things that I put in the middle. So the reason why I did that is because I was like, you know, it's just like the filling of a crab rangoon. So I kind of wanted something stiff to mold my 3D gel around. It's really kind of like clay. It's really like 3D modeling clay that you cure in a lamp. And then I just used my glove. I didn't put it on anything. Now, instead of the palette, I changed to this, the backing of nail forms, like the paper nail forms that you use to sculpt your nails with. And that works pretty well, but it still wasn't working well enough for me. Like I could not, once I rolled this out really thin, like a wonton wrapper, it still wouldn't come up off the backing of that paper. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it on my hand, on my glove. And then when I had everything nice and secure the way that I want it and shaped the way that I want it, and had it looking crab rangoon-ish, I went ahead and took my flash cure lamp that I got off AliExpress. It came in handy so much during the set. Excuse me. And now I'm like flash curing everything. I just love it. I love the stand and how it's magnetic and everything. Like it's really, really cool. And then of course you can't have crab rangoons without the wrapper or without the paper. So I went ahead and made this little bag to hold them in. And how I did that was I folded it how I felt like the bag looks. Now their bags seem to be, I don't know if they're glued in the back or not, but that's how I did mine. I just folded it into thirds and then I rolled the bottom up, and the bottom is going to help secure and keep it in place. And then, you know, I use I use rhinestone glue, like the little wand, and I just put it down the center of the back, like to where it wouldn't cure closed, right? I just put it in between the 2 folds and flash cured that. And then I put a little bit at the bottom where I rolled it up and flash cured that as well to hold the bottom together. And then I just took my scissors and I kind of like made a pocket in the bag to make sure that it was still open and that everything was good to go. And yeah, it just turned out really, really cool. So yeah, I just actually used actual wax paper for that part. And then what I liked about that is the whole time I'm thinking I need to find something easier to like roll this stuff out on, so it's easier to come off the paper, and wax paper will do that. So if you have trouble with this 3D modeling clay, like sticking to things or whatever you're trying to do, or you don't want it to cure to things, wax paper is the way to go for me. I really enjoyed using that method, or that. It's not really a hack. It's going to be the easiest thing to use so that it doesn't stick. And you can cure it without it sticking as well, because I do that here in a minute as well. But these crab rangoons obviously took the longest, so that's why I spent a lot of time on this part of the video. But everything else we're going to flash through. And here I am just playing around trying to see how I wanted them. So I put one in the bag and then one like partially coming out and the other one off to the side. I don't know what it is, but I am obsessed with like miniature things. And like when my kids get those little mini brand toys, I just really, really love it. I just think they're so adorable. Like especially like Barbie toys and things like that. I've always been fascinated and all that good stuff. But now we're getting into how I made the food. I was like, you know what? Since I can't figure out how to get the perimeter around the to-go box, I am just going to start making like the food that goes in the box. So I just took this orange color. It's very, very bright, actually. It's very vivid orange, 3D modeling gel, and I just made a bunch of little circles and rolled it in my hand. And then now I'm using my dotting tool to add them to the plate. Now, I also put base coat down on the plate so that the modeling clay would stick to the base coat, so that way nothing would slip. And then for the rice, I just rolled out that same light yellow color or like beige color that I used on the wonton wrappers, and I just rolled it out really thin, and then I kind of trimmed it up into little pieces and built up the rice. So now I am actually going to mention all of the people that are in this collaboration. So yesterday we started with Sandra Sparkly Sets, Tabitha, Alicia Glam Nails, Debris Nails, Miss Rivera, I Am Biscuit, Barbie G22, Nails by Lena C, Latina Nail Designs, and Isms by Josie. And then today we have Just Nikki, Angela Marie Nails, Katie Cat Nails, Moonchild Custom Creations, Kiera Creations, me, Conjure Up Nails, Flawlessly Unique, The Nail Jeanie SC, Nat's Nail Journey, Nails by E, and Sick Tips by PeeJay. So yeah, there is a very long lineup of ladies in this collaboration, which is awesome. Also, it's Father's Day, so I just wanted to say happy Father's Day to all of the men out there who love and adore their children. And yeah, we'll just leave that at that. And I don't know why, like, I don't know. I'm just really kind of out of it today. So I'm really sorry, y'all. But I am happy that I got invited to this collab because it's always a fun time. We not only had one, but we had 2 days just packed full of cute nails and fun things. And everybody has done a different fast food spot so far. But the one consistent thing that I've noticed is that there is red in almost every single fast food, logo is some kind of red color. Like, it's so crazy when you think about it. That's very interesting to me. It's not a conspiracy thing to me. It's just like something I noticed. Like, well, you know, we've had people do like Dairy Queen, Burger King, McDonald's, and all kinds of stuff, but they all have like red in their stuff. Chick-fil-A. So you definitely want to make sure that you check out the other ladies. And getting back to this, when I thought about it, I was like, oh, you know, I need something more solid to go around the outside of my to-go box. And I was like, why not use solid nail glue or solid glue gel? So I do have this like 4-in-1 Luxe Makartt solid glue gel. So I did go ahead and just use that. So I basically made a log in between my hands, like classic Play-Doh log kind of looking thing. And then I just flattened it out again with my, with my dotting tool. Yeah, and I ended up really liking this. This turned out really, really cute. But anyway, I am out of frame because then my daughter came in and she wanted orange juice. Then my fiance came in and he had just come back from the neighbors and he was like, you know, talking about their barbecue and he brought home some food and all this stuff. So I was just kind of like all over the place by this point in the evening. And so, yeah, I'm always like, there's always something going on in the background for me. And it's so distracting. So I'm very proud of myself that I even got this video out or I even accomplished this because there's just always so much going on. And then when I'm feeling well enough, then I want to get up and start cleaning and doing things like that lately. So yeah, it's been a rough 2 weeks. But anyway, I went ahead and mixed the yellow with this, a jelly yellow with a jelly red. Both of them are from Born Pretty, and also just a very, very tiny, tiny, tiny drop of black. I needed it to be really dark, but I still wanted it to be like a jelly color because I wanted it to be like a glaze. And now, honestly, we're really just getting into like the little details and things that I wanted to add to make these nails look as realistic as possible. And so I went ahead and I'm curing things usually for about 30 seconds. This 3D modeling gel cures actually really quick. And then at the end, I always cure everything for 60 seconds altogether. So yeah, once I glazed my chicken and cured that for 60 seconds, I went ahead and made these little shrimp and I painted them with that yellow color. And then I took the color that I mixed and I painted the little tips of the shrimp to make them look realistic as well. My other favorite thing to eat from Panda Express is honey walnut shrimp. It is so delicious to me. It honestly tastes like mayonnaise shrimp. I don't know how to explain it, but I just love the flavor. And so don't come for me, but I'm a mayo person. I love, well, not really mayo, but Miracle Whip. I love Miracle Whip. But this is, and now obviously I have to do the logo. So I am going to speed through quite a bit of this. I started off with the little circle And this, it wasn't hard to do, but I have trimmed this nail brush down so fine and just a few bristles. Like it is, it doesn't pick up a lot of polish anymore is what I'm trying to say. Cause I wanted it to be that way. Cause it's for doing like really fine nail art. But I also didn't want this to be too sloppy or super sloppy. So yeah, I just went ahead and used this brush, and it wasn't painful or anything, but I'm just, it took me a while to do this little circle. But I knew I was going to have to do this when I started the nails. So this actually is the part that took me the longest. Building all the food and things like that, the hardest part of engineering the food was just like trying to, you know, like think about what colors I'm going to use and how I'm going to make it look as realistic as possible. That was the hardest part about this whole nail set. And then, but once I started constructing the food, that actually didn't take too long. The plate, the food, things like that. But doing this nail art right here, drawing this panda, adding the Panda Express lettering, you'll see me write that on here as well, and different things like that. And I was going to get really detailed. I'm not going to write gourmet Chinese food underneath. Like that would take me way too long. I just could not do that. I was like, nope, I'm not going to do it. But I did the best I could. You obviously can see what it is and you know what it is. And then after I was done with this, there wasn't anything on the pinky. And I was like, okay, so what are we going to do on the pinky? And then I decided, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go in with some chopsticks. Yeah, let's do that. So I actually used toothpicks for my chopsticks on the pinky. And you'll see me glue them on here as well after I'm done with all this little panda. But I did want to, I just wanted to show you guys, I did record this. I did record myself lettering the Panda Express and things like that. And I didn't want the footage to go to waste. So I just kind of sped through it doing this logo. And he just turned out so cute. And I feel like it could have been better. It definitely could have. But at this point, I was just so tired. And I was like, okay. And then I went and watched a couple of people's videos. And then I just like, I was out. I just went right to sleep. So yeah, I am going to end the video here, or end my voiceover here. I do show you guys what these look like on my nails, and they just turned out so adorable. And I am going to finish doing my house chores and cleaning up and getting this posted and all of the fun things. So again, I will leave everybody down in the description box who participated in this collaboration. And I will see you guys in my next video.